Hello, ladies and gentlemen, today we're coming back at you with another Fortnite video, and we're going to be looking at the top 10 noobiest skins. Now, before we go any further, I just want to say that this video is a generalization, okay? It's general. I'm not saying that if you like to use the skin, you are a noob. I'm sure there are some really good players out there that even use like the default skin. But the point of this video is to look at the top 10 skins that noobs use. And I hate to break it to you, but if you do use these skins, probably a higher chance that you have noob-like qualities. That's the nicest way I can say that. Obviously, it doesn't mean you're a noob if you use these skins. I'm just saying that there is a correlation. Anyways, before we do get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and last but not least, oh my goodness, he's pulling it out again for like the fifth freaking time, Best Life shirts. If you want to look fresh to death and you like this shirt, top link in the description. They're available for 2 weeks, but that's less than 2 weeks now because they've been out for a couple days. So get on them and live your best life. Anyways, let's get into it. So coming in at our number 10 spot, we gotta rank this man low because not only noobs use this guy, but I've been seeing a trend, and I just have to say it. I'm sorry, it's John Wick. Back at the start of season 3, if you ran into a John Wick, it was over. You may as well just unplug your console so that he doesn't get the kill on you, because there was no way in freaking gosh dang heck that you were gonna kill a John Wick. And now, not so much. Now, obviously, you can't get John Wick anymore, so I would say this skill gap in general of people that have John Wick skins can only go up. But I feel like by the end of season 3, John Wick kind of became this meme. And all the good players that had John Wick stopped using him because a lot of bad players also had John Wick, and it kind of stopped being cool. I don't want to say that John Wick is a noob skin because he's definitely not, but overall, I think we all saw this huge decline in how good John Wick was and how cool he looked, and because of that, he's really just not intimidating anymore, and you would be surprised, well maybe you can agree with this, that there's a high proportion of John Wicks you run into that you're like, okay, what's gonna happen here? And they're just not good. That being said, if you run into a John Wick with wings, that's when you know that they're a good John Wick and not a poopy one. Anyways, coming in at number 9, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be another Season 3 skin, and it is the Mission Specialist. Now, much less than it used to be because Season 3 is over, but still to a small extent, do you see Mission Specialists? First off, Mission Specialist is a really bad skin to run because it's orange. You're running around in an orange jumpsuit in a green map, okay? That's just on the table there. I know people like to run bright skins, but I'm just saying it's a not very good looking bright skins, so I don't really see the point. That being said, all that considered, it was always a noob skin. This was one of those skins that people ran in season 3 and you're like, you're a level 1 battle pass man. And you know, no offense, but if you're very low in the battle pass and it was like getting late into the season, it's like, okay, this person's probably not the best. And moving on to our number 8 spot, guys, this is gonna be the Rogue Agent, or as I always call, the Halo Man. And I don't want this to be mean because I know there's someone watching this video with any of these skins and, you know, maybe it's the Rogue Agent and they're like an insane player that could just put me in the dirt. I'm not talking to you, okay? I know there's some good players out there that have any skin, but there's a very high proportion of Rogue Agents that are trash. Rogue Agent is one of those skins that I see just not even running. You know it's a noob because they're just walking. They're just walking through the field. They don't even have the run button going. They're just running through the field. You all know what I'm talking about. The reason that the Rogue Agent is such a like pleb skin, I can't use pleb. Oh my god, I just said that word. The reason that the Rogue Agent is considered to be such a newbie skin is basically just the simple fact that it was the starter pack, right? So it was kind of this weird thing where Fortnite is like an epic where like, you know, let's make it so that you can just buy a skin with dollars and get some V-Bucks for like parents that are like, what's this whole V-Buck thing going on? It's a really smart business, okay? When you think about it, very, very smart. The idea behind it was that instead of buying V-Bucks, they just pay normal money. It's kind of familiar, like, okay, this is legit. And then you get familiar with V-Bucks because you get some V-Bucks and then you buy something from the store and now you're familiar to Fortnite. A really smart marketing strategy, but that was why it became a noob skin. It was available for months and it was just one of those skins that was the only one that person has besides the default. So obviously you're gonna get a lot of noobs rocking it. Coming in at number 7, we have Zoe. Now I really don't want to linger too long on Zoe, but I feel like as we're nearing the end of season 4, there is a higher and higher and entire number of bad Zoes. At the start of the season, Zoes were like, whatever, because, you know, you're fairly along in your battle pass if you had Zoe. But now that's the end and most people are almost done theirs, I feel like Zoe is becoming the new noob skin of Season 4. There's just a lot of bad Zoes running around the map. Woo! But coming in at number 6, we have Mr. Twitch Prime himself, Havoc. I feel bad saying that a legendary skin is newbie. That being said, I already called John Wick kind of newbie. But I feel like Havoc is of the Twitch Prime people, probably the newbiest. You've got Trailblazer and the Sub Commander, which are much less common to run, I think because they're not legendaries. Because of that, you don't see a lot of them, and they're a little bit more low-key. But Mr. Havoc, okay, Mr. I'm a legendary skin for free, okay, what is this? Free. If I was a Twitch streamer, this would be a beautiful moment to plug Twitch Prime, but I'm not. Actually, go sign up for it anyways, even though I don't stream. Link in the description. Anyways, Havoc again, it's a free skin that's legendary. You know, people that aren't willing to invest money into the game because they don't play a lot or whatever are more likely to go for the free skins. Havoc's a free skin, and honestly, it's another one of those skins. I think it's really one of the newbiest out there. I see a lot of people rocking this skin that are, as we say, walkers. They just don't know how to sprint, and they just keep walking through that field in just a straight line, just waiting for my scar.
Vincent.
Speaking of which, I don't know where all my weapons are, but they're getting set up, okay? Just, yeah. Then coming in at number 5, we have the Royal Knight. Now again, I don't want to hate on this guy too much because he's actually become a bit of an OG for Season 2 players, but this was the original Season 2 Battle Pass skin. And because of that, he was a bit of a noob back in the day. Again, nowadays, not so much, simply because anyone that played in Season 2 has had 2 seasons to grow and get better, so you don't see these guys anymore, but I had to include them on just simply because it used to be the noob skin. Speaking of the skin noob of the season, at number 4 we have the Rust Lord. Now if I was making this video 2 to 3 months ago, this would be number 1. Without a doubt. The Rust Lord is the most iconic noob skin of all time. And even more importantly, the Take the L Rust Lord combo, that is iconic. But that being said, the Rust Lord skin is not near as newbie as it used to be, just because again, you've got people that have that skin with a full season of experience. And honestly, I feel like the Rust Lord doesn't even look that bad. It's a pretty fine skin if it just wasn't the context of it and the history of this guy. Now moving on to number 3, we've got our tier 1 legends of Season 4. It is the Battlehawk. The Battlehawk is like a standard skin with just a little tiny bit of modifications and enough to make it look different from that standard skin. And people will often say that the squad leader is just the same but a little bit darker, and I would say yes, but he's got more detail and always darker clothing, darker skins, okay? 2018 political correctness has me tiptoeing around words, okay? I'm saying if you have a black clothing item, you probably just look better. But at the end of the day, the Battlehawk is your tier 1 standard issue noob. Now coming in at our number 2 spot, guys, this is gonna be a bit of a shocker, but it's actually gonna be Carbide and Omega. You see, the thing with these 2 skins is they're actually cool, and because of that, we see this very weird thing happening, kind of like, which I talked about earlier, the John Wick effect. So with Carbides, you have people that just unlock the Battle Pass, and they're like level 10, and they have the breastplate, and that's it. Now, I'm not hating on fully leveled up or completely non-leveled up Carbides and Omegas. No, I'm talking about the halfwayers. The versions of these skins that look like they have life jackets on, that this person clearly hasn't been playing very long, and they think they're cool because they've got to level up in their Carbide, but no, he's just wearing a life vest.
Look at this dude.
And I would even argue that Omega is more newbie than Carbide. The thing with Carbide is he's level 1 in the Battle Pass, so you can be like level 1 and level 1 in the Battle Pass, and it's fine because everything evens out. But if you see an Omega running around with the life vest, just that, no pants, no armor at all besides the body, you know it's a noob. Because what they did is they bought the battle pass all the way through, okay? Probably like loaded parents or something, whatever. I'm not hating, I'm just saying it is what it is, okay? They bought the battle pass and they're like level 20 running around with Omega life jacket, man. It's really funny to see because as soon as you spot a not fully finished Carbide or Omega, that's not the base, like no armor at all, you kind of know it's a noob. Listen, people, all I'm getting at is don't go halfway. Go balls to the wall, full Omega, or just none at all. It just doesn't work halfway. Anyways, guys, I hope this was nice. I really didn't want to trash on everybody. But coming in at number 1, it's the default skin. There's really just no getting around it. I think you guys all expected that. Obviously, people that have not linked their accounts to Twitch Prime or bought like the starter packs or anything like that, you're gonna see a lot of them not being very good at the game. Probably the majority of noobs you saw in the gameplay for this video were defaults. The interesting thing with defaults is that there is a percentage of people that know that it's a newbie skin and they intentionally run it and do this backwards like psychological hack that makes people go easy on them, and then they're actually like insane builders. But for the most part, I mean, default skins are just generally worse. If you took a sample of all the skins and average of their skill from 1 to 10, I would argue that default is definitely the lowest average of skill. And if I had to say that there was a skin that was like the opposite of that, where it had the highest average, it would probably be like the Skull Trooper maybe, the Ghoul Trooper, Red Knight, Black Knight, or even some of those really lesser known ones like the Recon Expert. But yeah, the default skin is the noob skin, man. I mean, obviously. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the video for today. I just wanted to once again quickly say, if you are interested in buying some merch, okay, I hate the word merch because the freaking Paul brothers, they ruined that word, but for real, the Best Life shirt, I've talked about this a lot. The idea behind it is essentially just that I think it's important for people to be the best versions of themselves, as simply put as that. And by doing that, going towards goals, expanding your skills, and just living a full, complete life, you'll live your best life. That's the idea behind the shirts. You think they look dank? As I do. Links in the description. Go buy one, okay? There's not a lot of time left. There's still like a week left. But go buy one. Live your best life. And that's it. That's really it. Anyways, I'm going to end the video there. This was my 3rd video recording in a row. I'm a little bit brain dead. Not good at doing more than one of these in a day. So thank you guys. Hope that was good. And I'll talk to you later. Peace. You are my savior, Grace. That's all I have to say. I'll talk to you later. You ready for this awkward wait for me to click? Oh, no, too bad.